This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Tackle Tuesday. It's Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie. Welcome to the podcast. Kate's got a new dating trend that she's been trying out at home.
No, I haven't been trying it out. I've been reading about it.
Anything to do with being married but having a girl on the side?
What?
No, that would be you would bring that to the table.
Oh, so it's different to that, is it?
Yeah.
I thought that was a trend.
No, this is a trend you may not have heard about, but it may be happening to you right now.
Oh. Anything to do with your underwear on your head?
No.
Right now?
No, it's
That's
not.
called, what's that thing called where you steal them off the line?
Tom Ivy?
Something dropping?
No,
Is there a name for
It's called a creep, isn't it?
Is there a name for stealing underwear off the clothesline?
Yeah, I know what it is, but I'm not saying it out loud.
Oh my God. What does that say? Snowdropping?
Is it?
Why is it
Snowdropping?
snowdropping?
Well, I don't know.
Has
Look
anyone
it up.
ever stolen a pair of your underpants out of the backyard?
Oh, the dog always does.
Oh, the
the dog
dog.
is mad for...
Your undies.
You said you were single. I can't keep up. Enjoy the podcast.
The big dog.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's get into this one, guys. If you've got a name that you've never heard elsewhere and you wonder why your parents decided to call you that, there's no one else in Sydney with that name. 13 24 10. Great baby name that's popped up. Now, this lady, this girl, her parents are from Sweden. And they decided, as a lot of people do, to name their kids after their favourite. It could be foods, films, celebrities, countries.
Okay, gotcha.
Even bands fits.
Yep.
What do you reckon they called their daughter?
Metallica?
No, from Sweden. ABBA.
Ah.
ABBA Flint is her name. A lot of people think it's a joke. She has to
Is
explain
Flint
it.
the middle name, or is it
No.
ABBA Flint too? Oh, well, that's not. It's
Just
okay.
ABBA Flint.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
Hey, I'm ABBA. Well, here we go again.
That's not. Oh no, that's not bad. I don't
ABBA?
mind that. I mean, it doesn't sound too bad.
Have a cup of tea.
Oh, no,
I've got one from Jess. Got a giggle from Jess. Thanks, mate. Let's find out what names we've got here. Kelsey in Leppington. What's the unique name?
Aveni.
Ebony. How do you spell Ebony?
Avenix. The X is silent.
What? There's an X in
Ebony.
there. Look,
Yeah.
I think there would be an there would be an there's an Ebony. There's Ebony.
Ebony, yep.
But
Yeah.
you're saying Avony or Ebony?
Yeah. Aveni.
Avony.
It's from my great-grandmother, so my sister has it as her middle name, my daughter has it as her middle name, but then my other sister named her daughter Aveni.
Oh, my God. It's everywhere in the family.
Okay, Avony, let's
Yes.
go with that. Let's go to, oh gosh, now this is tough. All right, now we got to spell this out first. We are talking to a 19-year-old from Sutherland. Tamiasan. Can you please pronounce your name for us?
Tamiasan.
Tamiasan. 13 24 10 if there's another Tamiasan listening. Where's the name from, Tammy?
No, that's not my nickname.
Sorry.
What do people call you? What is your nickname?
Well, my nickname, it's not really relevant to my actual name, it's Mycie.
Oh, Mycie. Okay, so where is
Yeah.
Tamiasan from?
Tamiasan, well, my mum's maiden name was Thompson,
Yep.
so my parents kind of made like a girl version of Thompson to make it a bit more like feminine.
It's not Thompson, it's Tamiasan. That makes sense. Makes complete sense.
Can I just quickly ask you, Tamiasan, do you find it hard that you need to explain and spell it every time you use it?
Yeah, primary school is pretty hard.
Yeah, tough.
What's amazing? So her dad just messaged. He's a bloke by the name of Dave
Yeah.
Ramsbottom.
Yeah.
Ramsbottom.
The most English, northern, hooligan, working class bloke you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Has been in more dust-ups than we've had breakfasts. I don't reckon he just knew how to spell Tammy.
You really got it wrong.
I reckon he's just
Tamiasan.
walked up to the registry and he's just gone, oh, what do we got?
What have we got?
I don't know how to spell it here. Because
Yeah.
Rammers, that's a...
And now my daughter sounds like a painkiller. Everyone's on Tamiasan.
Well, Nathan's given us a call from Quakers Hill, so Nathan's quite common, but what's the unique name, Nath?
So there's two that run in my wife's family, Merrin and Shari.
Merrin.
Aaron.
Okay.
Well, Shari's a... I've got my cousin had a daughter.
That's Cherie.
No, Shari. Her name's Shari. So there is another Shari out there, but what about Merrin?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's Old English or what it is, but on their side of the family, the females have unique names.
Marin, there'd be another Marin out there. It's not Marion. Marion.
Close to Merrick as well.
Oh my gosh. All right, thank you.
Val from Cherrybrook. What's the unusual name, Val?
Okay, so my full name is actually Valadette.
Valadette. Okay. Talk to me how that came. Was that put together with two words, or is it Valerie and Odette?
No, not at all. I just think it's got some French background. My father was a German and my mother pure South African. So I've got no idea how they combined or got to actually, giving me the name.
Yeah, but you know what? It says, I mean, that's been shortened to Val. Does anyone call you Valadette? Not really?
No, not since I've moved to Australia.
The old Validate.
Here we go. We got a Validate.
Yeah, so the pronunciation that I've gotten over the years have been a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Given my maiden surname as well, it's Valadette Marlies Matska.
Whoa.
Go again for us, Val.
Valadette Marlies Matska.
Oh,
Valadette Matska.
Geez, that must take you a while just to sit there and go through the spelling and the pronunciation, Val.
Exactly. So that's why it's just easier now. It's V or Val.
Val. That's easy.
I mean, in Australia, you kind of got to go as short as possible, don't you? Dumb it right down. Thanks, V.
Who's got the rarest name on the team here? Well, I mean, we're all pretty common, aren't we? I mean, Matthew, Michael, Tom, Thomas, Ryan. I probably would be the rarest. Jessica. Ryan's
Kate.
rarer than Matthew and Michael.
Oh, well, Matthew and Michael are they're religious, aren't they? Like James and John, the fishermen.
Yeah.
They're out of the Bible.
There's a lot of them.
Out of the good book. And no, Ryan's kind of sort of secondary. When people got sick of calling their kids Brian, they went to Ryan. And they went, all right, let's just dribble this out.
You want lazy?
Till we're crying.
Do you want lazy? Go with Michael.
What are you talking
that is
about?
Lazy.
Oh, thanks so much, Tim. All right, here we go.
It's
Tom, is it?
Yeah, it's Tom.
Okay, you guys, well done with your weird names. You're all in the running 10K a day in May.
Nothing beats a cosy winter getaway.
Or escaping to a tropical paradise.
If you're thinking about an early winter escape, whatif.com has just the place.
Check out great accommodation deals across Australia on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Listening to this podcast the other day, and it was highlighting having people on there and a change of direction in their careers, in their life.
Okay.
One girl stepped up to the microphone and wanted to talk about how she started an OnlyFans account. Now, the guys that were doing the podcast were asking the reason why she has done that. It's become quite popular now. We see it a lot with Married at First Sight contestants and that. But I found this really, really interesting. Have a listen to why this woman has started up an OnlyFans account.
My name is Jubilee. I am 25 and I do have OnlyFans.
How long you been doing that?
Just about 2 months.
What got you into it?
I lost my grandpa. He's very close to me. I kind of want to go with his legacy and I kind of want to do it for him.
You want to do OnlyFans to honor your grandfather's legacy?
More
Was he like a corn star or something?
No, it's kind of like I've been wanting to kind of keep his legacy going.
I don't know if I just misheard you. You said that you are... Can you say it again?
Can you explain how you're honoring your grandfather's legacy?
He was a minister, so he didn't make much money. And that's a way that I thought would help out.
You said he passed away?
Yeah, he passed away. But
so help him out beyond the grave? I'm just confused.
You said he was a minister?
Yeah, so he did weddings, funerals, etc., etc.
You started an OnlyFans to pay homage to your now deceased grandfather, who was a religious man and minister.
Gets better and better.
The OnlyFans, do you think he would disapprove?
I think he would support me.
You mentioned that you don't want to bring shame on your family. Do you think it might possibly bring shame on them to do nude stuff?
I don't think so. If I go deep down into my mom's opinion about it, she might be open to it. She's a really cool mom, so...
She's almost lost too. I was completely lost for $4.95 a month.
So, her grandfather was a minister in the church, but didn't earn much money.
No.
He basically gave up his whole life to help others. And she thought, well, this is a great way to keep his legacy going. If I can make a lot of money that he didn't make, everybody can remember Grandma by watching my OnlyFans account.
Can I say this?
It's pretty good.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Now, I don't want to offend anybody. In 13 24 10, if you're listening right now, and you have an OnlyFans account, is it lazy? Is it a really lazy way to make money?
Well, no, it's...
You've
still got to come up with content.
Oh, here I am in the kitchen. Now here I am in the bathroom. Here I am on the balcony. Here I am in the bedroom. Here I am on the back patio.
Yeah, but see, you're not going to get many people following
I'm
you.
not talking about me. I mean, don't get me wrong. The oldest occupation in the game would be one where you're paid as a transaction for your body, in a sense.
Yeah.
So if you are just taking off your clothes and celebrating what you've got, don't get me wrong. Good on you. I mean, it's there, but it's a bit. Is it the laziest, easiest way to make money? And that's what everyone is looking for in this world.
You've still got to come up with it. It's like saying to someone, you could start a TikTok account and make millions of dollars. You've still got to come up with the content.
Yeah, but you know what? No one's tuning into OnlyFans to hear a storyline or find out what that funny dance is.
Yeah.
They're tuning into OnlyFans for one reason. Have a look at that.
People aren't tuning into OnlyFans to see you do it in the kitchen.
I'm not talking about me. And to be honest, I mean, I'm still my only subscriber at $4.95 a month. I did start a page hoping to reveal things like my shoe cupboard. I don't show many people that.
I just want you to know that in honour of Jubilee's grandfather, I've subscribed to her OnlyFans account.
Well done.
It's just
you,
because,
mate.
Well done, mate.
Doing it for the family.
Well, doing it for the Lord.
Doing it for $3.95 a month, actually, so it's pretty good.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I wanted to talk to you about a new term that is floating around in the breaking up world.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
It's like a dumping trend or something.
Yeah, I think in the past I've spoken about things like ghosting, which I guess is where you just fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah, Tommy did stalking, which is a different one.
That's an interesting one.
Stalking.
That's another one.
It's just making someone feel
Creeping.
popular and loved. Creeping.
Yeah.
What's that?
Creeping's is similar to stalking.
What's the other thing where you just float around someone's socials?
My apologies, I misread.
Come on, Tim.
You first of all, you need to find a bus stop.
Or the showers. I told you about my flashing story at North Bondi.
That's right. Who did you flash?
Thumbs up.
Got a cheap one.
Thumbs up for
What
Whipper.
work site did you do it on again?
Come on, mate.
It was at Indy. We spoke about it yesterday. Anyway, I'm reading all the information here about what delicate dumping is.
Yeah.
And, I mean...
Where you put toilet paper down?
Something like that.
Oh,
you just do a tiny little one.
Yep.
Like a little fairy.
Yes.
A little fairy poo.
Off it goes.
But delicate dumping, I mean, ladies, if I'm going to... This is going to sound like a bit of battle of the sexes, but ladies in the car probably feel like their husbands are trying to do this to them all the time.
How dare you?
Because delicate dumping is somewhat, say, a lazier version of quietly quitting on a relationship.
Oh, right.
So if you're being delicately dumped, which I guess could also be the term,
Yep.
what it means is that people are just not making the effort anymore. And maybe they don't have the courage to break up with you themselves. So what they do is they just pay a little less interest. Or maybe they don't pick up the bill, or they don't call you in the mornings or send you your love message.
There are so many
Good
couples in the
morning.
car right now going to work or going their way, and they're listening to this going, is that why you don't do the dishwasher anymore?
Yeah.
You want out.
That's what I mean.
You want out.
Or the other game plan is when you are asked, okay, can you please just do the backyard, do the gardening and just clean everything up, and you do an atrocious job.
Yeah, a bad job of it.
In your mind going, well, she'll never ask me to do it again.
Yeah, I think there has to be another term for that.
Yeah, it's a different technique.
That's manipulation.
Yeah, but that's
clever.
Also, that's quite dumping as well.
Oh, well,
isn't it?
I guess it is, because it's not putting in 100% effort. And they're saying that people that tend to dump in this way, they just don't like confrontation.
Well, you know what? I had a friend who was in this exact situation, and he was the perfect husband and everything was great. And then all of a sudden, what's it called? Silent droppings.
Dropping the kids off at the pool.
Silent droppings.
Delicate dumping.
They're very careful dumping.
Yeah. So he just stopped doing things, quite literally. And the front lawn became really long. He didn't maintain anything in the house.
Is this a husband or a
This is a
boyfriend?
husband.
Okay.
There's a husband with kids, and he wouldn't get off the couch on the weekend.
Was he depressed?
I don't know. I don't believe so. She ended up having an affair with a policeman.
So
Glad I didn't mention the name.
It's amazing the things that have come out out of the pandemic, because we've spoken about quitting quite a bit on this show, and how people are just like, nah, I'm working from home. These are my conditions. If you don't want me, I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now this is carried over into relationships.
Yeah, well, I think people don't feel as though they owe anyone an explanation.
But it's not like in a relationship, it's not like you're waiting for your long service leave or anything like that.
What do you
to
get?
dump you. You don't get anything.
Thing. Do you think that maybe in 20...
What do you mean you don't get anything?
Huh?
Well, no.
You get love and affection and maybe even... I mean, if you're in one of
Lasagna?
those silly relationships where you get big gifts on, for 10 years
Yeah,
or
but in a
something.
relationship, it's as easy as going, I'm not into you as much as I used to be. You don't have to go through the effort of 6 months not doing anything around the house and waiting for them to dump you.
Can I throw a wild world out there? Maybe in 20 years' time, marriage isn't a thing anymore. People don't get married anymore.
I don't know if
because
that's
they don't
wild.
feel that
Yeah.
the commitment is necessary. You can still have a lover, you can still have a best friend, you can still have a baby, you can do all of these things, but you don't need to go through that process of what might be considered a very dated method of creating what's considered the perfect environment to
I
bring
disagree.
up a family.
It's still a party. People will still do
No,
it.
forget the party part. That's one day.
party.
That's 8 hours, mate. Let's talk about the actual...
Oh, you're saying in 20 years, people aren't going to be trapped anymore.
They're not going to need to. And they're going to go, hey, let's listen to our bodies and our biological makeup over something that's been built as an institution.
Are you saying that you shouldn't get married and people shouldn't have one partner? This is interesting, Whipper.
Let's throw to a song, Tom.
Oh, yeah. No, let's...
I'm just saying that it might be dated in time.
I think for some people it is,
You know
but
what I
I think
mean?
other people, seek solace in that and
My
have a
girlfriend
great
thinks
life.
it's dated.
well said.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Miley Cyrus's mum, Tish.
What's that short for? I thought she was a Trish.
not Trish.
Are you sure it's not
Tish.
Trish?
Bum Tish.
Well, her
Go on.
No.
Go on.
Tu- tush.
no,
You were
you've
going to do a
taken it
tush
away.
gag.
Oh, you know he
So
wanted
her
a bum Tish.
identical twin sister. Boom.
Go again, Jess. There it is.
Oh.
She's engaged to a guy by the name of Dominic Purcell.
that was,
thumbs
that
down.
was thumbs down from Kate.
Oh, my God. You don't get the bell here. No, I love you, mate. She's engaged to an Aussie. Dominic Purcell. He was in Prison Break.
Oh, yeah, I remember him from Prison Break.
Tough nut.
Which one is he, the younger or the older one?
Bald one.
The older one.
Oh,
Older one.
they all had shaved heads.
Yeah, they
didn't
did. But he's
Yeah,
strong,
very
like
nice.
he's inked up and he's big.
What is
he's
going
tough.
on with the Cyruses?
Because you're right. Because old mate Miley, what's his name?
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray, he's engaged to an Aussie girl.
Billy Ray is?
Yeah, so they've both chosen Australian partners.
Well, then
And Miley did too.
with Liam.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my God, they all like a bit of the Australian flavour Flav.
Their dog is going out with a blue healer. This is extraordinary. Is that a thumbs down?
That is.
I wasn't
It was
even
a
going to
sort of
bother giving you a thumbs down for
didn't
that,
really
but
matter.
the blue healer gag is awful.
Well, it is soothing to know that this country has got the Cyrus family over the line.
To a point.
Miley's got a sister as well, hasn't she?
Yes, Noah.
And Noah.
She sings with Marshmallow. That's your music update.
that's right.
Gee whiz. I've written you off, mate.
And it was seamless.
How
So
do you know
smooth. Watch out, Smooth.
You're not the
FM.
gossip pig.
Oh, beg your pardon.
You're not the gossip pig. How do you know that?
No, I don't know gossip, but I do know music.
That is a great effort. Well, if you're an Australian guy, Noah, I kissed her. By the sounds of it, because the Cyruses are all over Aussie guys.
I'm glad you said kissed.
Well, they do say that Australians are quite attractive, overseas.
Are they?
A bit knockabout, a bit. And I think men, Australian men, a bit rough around the edges.
tough.
I mean, that is completely.
We're tough.
I want to take that back. I'm retracting that because that's so generic.
If you took just
20
our
years
looks,
ago.
Kate, like if you remove the Aussie personality of the fun, funny, strong, wild guys we're meant to be.
Talented.
Just look, are we a good-looking nation? Yeah, we are.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what is Australian?
Oh, good question, mate.
But do you know what I mean? Like, everything is...
Yeah.
Oh, we are
We're so
linked to
multicultural.
beach. No, we're linked. I think people from overseas, don't they see Australians as the surfy type?
Yeah.
We're on the
Yeah, I
coast.
think if you haven't...
We're
yeah.
one large island. It'd be the blonde hair jumping into the water with her.
Because if you would suggest...
Summer Bay.
Yeah, it's
Summer Bay.
Correct.
Fair to say that the UK don't produce sort of the best looking nationality.
Are we doing this?
Well, if you compare it to, say, the Brazilians or the Italians...
Is it a dentistry thing?
No.
Who did?
No, it's more than teeth.
Who did the best? Who did the best with the opposite sex when you went over for a pantomime or something like that over in London? Like, who did really well from Home and Away? Who was the number one sex symbol, male-wise, on Home and Away when you went away with them, Kate?
Raymar?
No. Would it be...
Well, I never travelled with other cast members because when you went, you were the Home and Away talent.
You had your own private jet.
Yeah, and I didn't really mix. I didn't like to mix with them. They weren't allowed to look me in the eyes. Yeah. Look, your obvious Home and Away, gorgeous, classic, surfy pin-ups. I mean, you can't go past Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
But back in the day, Les Hill, Dita Brummer.
Yeah, Les Hill. Which he was Jonathan Moran in Underbelly, wasn't he, Les?
I love him.
Les. Yeah.
He's awesome.
I think he might live in the Southern Highlands because I went to the Exeter markets not long ago and then I got a message saying, "Oh, welcome to my hood" or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, good story, Kate.
It's a great story. Tell us again. So you got a message. So you opened your phone and there it was.
Yeah.
And then you read it.
It was Les Hill, someone I used to work with, and then I didn't reply. Then I felt bad about not replying. So then I don't think I've got around.
Wow, 132410. Have you not replied to someone?
Yeah, and if you want to hear it again, stick around
on the podcast. Have you got a message from Les Hill?
Tommy, no updates on Met Gala yet. Has anyone rocked up? Any big names?
Yeah, Penelope Cruz looked amazing, but or 8:30 sort of went at all.
Okay, anyone as a cat? We had the exclusive. Someone will turn up as...
No cats yet, but tipped that either Doja Cat or Kim Kardashian will be.
Oh, that's great.
Nicole and Keith just then arrived.
Okay.
Looking beautiful.
Was Keith in Tarot Cash or YQ?
No, Keith went YD. No, YD.
Sorry,
Come on, mate. Get it right.
It's the Met Gala. It was politics.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
A quick one if you've seen Ed Sheeran's Songwriter, the doco. Amazing to see him go straight from on stage to then back onto the tour bus and he starts writing that song.
That's crazy.
Starts writing that song, punches it out on the bus and gives Justin Bieber a call.
It's amazing to watch amazing musicians and how they work. Just like the boys from Crazy Town. Remember this song, Butterfly?
Come, my lady.
What a great song.
You reckon?
Oh, amazing.
Never got into it. And to take off at the time.
This is Shifty Shell Shock. He's the one singing here. Mm-hmm. And the other lead singer was Bobby Reeves. They're still going, Crazy Town.
Does he go into shell shock when he hears his own music?
Don't have a go at Crazy Town because they're having a go at each other.
Oh, no.
So that's their big song. So Shifty usually gets up and he starts the song. So this is a music festival over in the States. Shifty's not there. Unfortunately, Shifty's been done for DUI. Okay, so he's been done for DUI. So Bobby Reeves has had to step up in front of everyone and do the song. He's not as good a singer as Shifty Shell Shock.
Who's Bobby Reeves?
Well, he's also in the band.
Right.
The other thing as well, he can't really remember the lyrics to the song.
Damn.
So have a listen. This is their performance.
Where's Shifty?
Where's Shifty?
I think...
Listen closely. Then he doesn't know the words. So then he's looking around to the crowd and a girl steps up from the crowd. She knows the words. Have a listen.
Oh, my God. Hang it up, fellas.
He's basically handed it to an audience member to sing the rest of the song.
Hang it up now. He's done his best.
Then Shifty's rocked up. So Shifty's rocked up. He's outside. The gig finishes. They see each other and it is on. He wants his money. Shifty's been done DUI. He wants his money. Give me my money to Bobby Reeves. You forgot the lyrics to the song and it was on.
Just stop! I want my money, I love you! I want my money, I love you, stop sucker punching!
Literally.
He said, I want my money, I love you.
Were they fighting?
They were fighting backstage. Crazy Town's gone, man. Damn.
I mean, I would be coming on stage and pretending not only would I forget the lyrics, I'd pretend I had anything to do with that song ever. That was a terrible song, mate.
It was not.
It was
It's a beautiful
stinker.
song.
No one's hearing that this morning thinking, play it in full,
Say that to my wife when our wedding waltz and we were in full flight. There was Corrie.
Tom, yesterday on the show, we were talking in Songs for Song, and you made two promises yesterday. One, we'd play Boys to Men, End of the Road, and then we'd also play Aerosmith.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you off the hook. Choose one of them.
Crazy Town.
Not Crazy Town.
Oh, yeah, Crazy
Tom,
Town, lock it in.
Tom, choose one of them. What do you want, Boys to Men?
My lady.
Oh,
This song is terrible.
oh, pretty baby. You make me go crazy.
I haven't got any CeeLo Green just for a cherry on top of your mouth.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Dog walkers. Now, you need to use short leashes and you need to avoid long retractable leads on your dog, because I didn't know this. How many injuries people are getting from walking their dogs?
Yeah, a dog can take out your legs pretty quickly too.
Well, and you can trip over them. I know our dog, if it's running down the stairs as you're walking down the stairs, there's a few times I've done a little old slip down a couple on
That's
the carpet.
Annie for you.
That's Annie.
Okay,
What
so
a beast.
a study's
pescatarian.
Studies looked at hospital records, 422,000 people. This is between 20 years, 2000 to 2020, right? And they found that injuries increased fourfold over that time period. And they said the most common injuries, number one is finger fractures.
Really?
From the lead. Number two is traumatic brain injuries.
Why? What, you hit the deck?
So, and it's usually women over 65 with larger dogs.
I would have thought it would have been shoulders. You know,
Yeah.
you kind of pull, then the lead goes, then you hit the dirt.
Yeah, or your wrist, because I know
Yep,
sometimes
wrist.
if you do have a dog that's quite powerful,
Of course.
you twist your hand or
Yeah,
your fingers,
yeah.
obviously, in and around the end of that lead.
Beastie goes for, I think I do have a racist dog. He goes for certain coloured dogs.
Does he really?
Yeah, and for some reason he will go up and have a real go. Yeah, exactly. And they'll be at a gate. There'll be two dogs just going for it. I ran over to get him one day and take him away from this dog, and I rolled my ankle on the side of the gutter.
Oh,
And
no.
then you're looking at I've hit the deck, Kate.
Yep.
I've also scratched my elbow, and I'm looking at the dog while he's having a go at another dog, going, what are you doing to my life?
Thinking that the dog's racist. I actually think Annie might be too, but
Really?
but within certain cultural groups with actual people, not other dogs.
Seriously?
Yeah, there are certain.
Well,
yes. No,
can I just...
we don't need to go into it any more than that, but I've noticed a pattern.
Do you know
Right,
what? I
okay.
fire dogs up because I'm quite large and I've got a deeper voice. Dogs have a go at me regularly.
What about if you have like sunnies and hats on? I think sometimes that can alarm dogs because they can't work out whether you have eyes
Yeah, that's...
or hair.
Not your racist dog, I know that much.
Amika's given us a call from the Sutherland Shire. Tell us about your dog, Amika, and your injury.
Yeah, so I walk my dog all the time. His name's Max, and this one day I was walking him in a street near my house, and it was all normal, like every other day, and then this huge dog came out of nowhere. I think it was a Staffy.
Yep.
Or a dog like that, and it just absolutely attacked my dog, and the rope twisted around my wrist, and I got like pulled along the ground. It was really traumatic, and I basically had these huge rope like burns all over my arms and legs, and yeah, it was really bad.
What sort of dog is yours, Amika?
It's a Groodle.
Okay.
I love a
Do
Groodle.
you know what? I saw a funny thing the other day.
It's not funny, mate.
This was in a shopping strip, right? And it's got the road down the middle, and there's a cafe on the side of the road.
Yeah.
There's two people having coffee, right? They're sitting there at a little small table for two.
How cute.
They tied the dog to the centre of the table, to the pole under the table.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was a little bistro table, wasn't it, or something?
The dog took off and ran across the road, dragging the table while the two sat there drinking their coffee.
Oh, lucky they had their coffee in their hand.
Their coffee cup, but the saucer smashed all over the ground, and then the next thing you know, there's a table for two with a dog in the middle of the road. I went, oh, that's not bad.
Megan's giving us a call from the Ponds. You had a nasty injury walking your dog, Megs.
Yes, I had to take my dog to the vet because a groomer actually cut his foot and fell over on the way, rolled my ankle, ligaments torn off the bone. I was in a moon boot for 8 weeks. Had sandy feet.
Oh, did you slip over from the dog's blood? Or no, from when he was cut?
No, it was just uncoordinated, taking him to the vet on uneven ground.
Yeah, it's a two-tier story. The dog was injured by the groomer, and then she was injured by the dog.
Oh, my God.
So you look at your dog so frustrated and there's nothing that you can do.
No.
He's licking your face.
You just love them. I used to use mine as a pillow, Jessie. Poor Jessie. You probably don't know, Kate. She had a prolapse vulva. And Mum used to apply a lot of cream to it. We had an operation to put it back in. Just happens with older dogs.
You're supposed to walk it. You're not supposed to do that to the dog.
What? Use it as a cushion?
I'm surprised you didn't take it off to Pilates.
Well, we saw the size of your tongue. We've also seen the size of your head. No wonder the insides of that dog was just absolutely rinsed.
Are you suggesting I'm a dog? Okay.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast. He's the stat man.
That's right, guys. I throw a question at you. You've got to give me the stat as we sit here watching the Met Gala live on the big screen.
Nicole and Keith. Nicole and Keith have just rocked up.
Looks sensational.
I know, our very own Nicole.
Just saw her in a winter.
And
There's
Nicole's dressed, Keith's dressed by Ferrari formal wear, so he's got a cummerbund on.
And you can see that he's got Karl Lagerfeld's cat on the back of his head.
Can I reveal the other day what Kate told us about a cummerbund, or do you want to hold on to that, Tom?
No, hold on to that.
Oh, it's massive. Kate's got a very expensive cummerbund.
Well, I don't even know if it's worth a lot of money, but it has a very, a very good story.
Well, we're going to get to that later on, guys. Here we go with the Stat Man. Here we go. In a year, how many meat pies does all of Australia consume? In a year.
Okay,
how would you run those numbers?
What are we, 24 million now?
Yeah, nudging 25.
Is it one a year? Let's say 10 a year. I'll say 240 million.
Ooh.
Every person. Okay,
so
good.
10 a year, 240 million.
Okay.
Surely we're eating more than 10 meat pies a year.
I'm not eating 10 a year.
You mean meat pies as in from the servo or, a gourmet meat pie?
It could be Mrs. Mac.
I mean, adding the Garlo, the Garlo meat pie thing to the kitchen.
Garlo's is that is magnificent.
Who put the pie warmer in the kitchen? Because I'm smashing those Garlos.
Who ate all the pies?
Me.
22 million.
22 million. Okay. MDG.
Yeah, I'm saying more, so I'm going to say 400 million pies a year.
400 million pies. Great start from Ryan James. You gave me 240. The answer was 270. Wow. 270 million pies consumed by this great nation annually.
Fitzy, well done.
Okay.
Annually? Oh, God. Orally as well. But I was going to say, if you're taking your pie like that, it's let it burn.
You better check the temp.
Slipped and fell.
That's chunky. Here we go.
That is one pie I am staying away from.
Let's move on to this. And Kate... What did you want to say?
No, I want to start talking about favourite pies, and then it doesn't really matter.
Okay, Kate's got a bit of an advantage in this one.
Oh, why?
How many episodes of Home and Away did Kate Ritchie star in?
Oh.
Now, considering that you were there for 19 years, but you tell everyone 20...
I'm going to wait for Kate's answer before I answer.
Well, there is a bit of a debate about this because the photographs that they put together for me when I left, they
just
wrote
a number,
the
thanks,
amount.
Kate.
That's interesting.
Thanks, Jess. Got a review.
Yes! You're meant to be on my team.
That's amazing.
MDG?
I don't know. 3,000.
Well, where did you get your facts?
I've got the correct answer here.
No, you don't. Because who did you get it from?
You're pointing again.
I'm going to go similar to my last entry and say 240 million.
That's what it felt like. Okay, Richie, if you don't get nearest to the pin here.
4,351.
4,351. MDG nearest to the pin, it was 1,760.
No, you've got that wrong. Kate would know.
We went through every episode. I spoke to Channel 7 over the past 6 months to get that answer.
No, you didn't.
They watched them all back.
Where did you...
How can she
Counted
think
them.
she's in 4,000 and you say she's in 1,000?
Well, the stats team here.
I was there for 20 years. Well, in
19.
fact, I was probably... Well, okay,
mate. Okay, mate. MDG, well done on getting that Kate Ritchie fact right.
Thanks.
I can't believe it.
This is extraordinary.
Kate, why are you so angry? Are you because you feel like you were in more?
No, I'm not. Do you think this is angry?
Oh,
you think this is angry?
You won't say nothing.
Haven't said angry.
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
Until Pippa finds out about this.
Hold on, MVP. Here we go. How long does the average Australian stay in the same job?
19 years.
She's not that average, mate.
Okay, you're right there.
Okay, so when you're younger, you're churning through jobs, aren't you? When you get a bit older, you stick around for a bit longer. So an average job...
So he's allowed to talk through it, but I'm not.
You're doing some good thinking this morning.
I would say...
Throw some logic in, Kate.
Yeah, it's not the hot seat.
When you average it out with all the jobs that you got rid of early, I'm going to say 5 years.
Ooh. I don't think it's that long.
2.5.
MD.
Feels like it's dropping. As my boss told me as I ticked over 4 years once, anything over 2 years and you've been in a job too long. So I'm going to say 1.5 years.
Okay, going up from MDG to Ryan. Kate Ritchie, 2.5. It was 3 years and 4 months.
Oh,
what did you
just
say?
Close.
Just, you said 5.
Yeah, I said 5.
It's just with Kate.
Well done, Kate.
Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Yes, you've got it, Kate.
Yeah.
Yay!
Well, 2.5, 3.4. You're up 9.
Yeah.
You're up.
Well, we're not playing closest without
0.9.
going over, are we?
Hey, what a great round, guys. Do you want another one?
Yes, I love this game.
Time to move on.
Chopping wood for an hour results in an increase in testosterone by men. How much percentage does your testosterone go up if you chop wood?
God, who
How much wood?
12%.
Higher.
It's a tiebreaker.
You're not giving clues.
In this fun round we can.
48%.
You've got the sheet.
No, I don't.
It's 48%.
I've got the sheet.
I knew he was on today, Ryan James.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.